Another shading concept that really needs to be covered is the idea of occlusion, and I'll show you what that is. So if you have a cube, and we'll say that its true value is a 0, okay, directly, so the sunlight is coming this way, and there will be places, so we'll throw a cast shadow out like this. And there will be places that there's no light at all. So like deep in this little corner in here, and deep in here, some people call it a shadow accent, but really what's happening is there's a certain amount of reflected light here, and there's a certain amount of reflected light here, and there's a certain amount of reflected light. Like the light comes down and it bounces, and it really bounces around inside the environment. And you get, this gets a little bit of light, but no light gets in here. And so that's a little area of really deep darkness. And so we have occlusion. And the next thing that we end up getting is we end up getting reflected light. So I'm going to lighten this section a little bit here, and I'm going to darken this section up a little bit here. And see how that gives us light really feels like this. It really feels like it's reflecting and bouncing back into the surface, and now as the cast shadow moves further out, another thing happens. It will start to soften as it gets further and further away from its source. You'll notice that the lines of the cast shadow are a little darker and a little sharper over here. And then as it moves away, it has a tendency to lighten a little bit. As well as to soften a little bit. Okay, so you have occlusion, you have reflected light, and then the cast shadow softening and lightening as it moves away from the object. And you start to feel that our object really starts to feel kind of luminous, okay?